G'day everyone, I'm here again to do another review of the AL-KO SF-4036 Scarifier. It's been about a month and a half, I think, since I last did a review. We've had some extreme weather here and I've struggled to keep the lawn looking good. In fact, it's not looking very good at all. But what I am going to do is I'm going to run over with the Scarifier again, and I'm actually going to time how long the battery lasts so that you guys can get an idea of how heavy you can work this thing. The short answer to that is not very. I'm getting about 10 minutes of run time out of this battery, and unfortunately once you run the battery pretty hard, it's extremely hot and the charger won't charge it again straight away. I've had to wait quite a number of hours before I can even put the battery back on charge before it's cooled sufficiently. So at this time, if you need to do more than about 10 minutes of scarifying with this device, I would definitely recommend perhaps getting a second battery, or maybe even looking at an alternate product, something a bit heavier duty. That being said, I am happy with the job it's doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the Scarifier. I'm going to run it at the lower setting. The lawn's not looking great, so I'm not really too worried about that. I'm going to run it, see how long it lasts on the battery, and that way you guys can sort of make your own determination on that side of things. Where I am happy with the Scarifier, where the lawn is doing well, I've definitely got a reduction in thatch. The lawn's looking greener, it's looking thicker and nicer in terms of the green growth as opposed to the undergrowth of thatch. And from that point of view, I am very happy with this Scarifier. What I'll also do is I'll show you the removal of the blades, and I'll show you the blade mechanism and see how that works. Right, let's get to it. Let's do some scarifying. Okay, that's first thermal cut off at 4 minutes 12. The battery still has 3 green lights on it, so it's lost 1 light of charge. 4 minutes 12. I have been working it pretty hard. It's about 32 degrees, maybe hotter in the sun, and that was pretty consistent. And I've got it on the lower setting, so I am working it hard, but at the moment 4 minutes 12 is what we got before the first cut off. I'll keep working it and keep clicking it off until it doesn't want to run anymore, and then we'll check the time. So total runtime on this battery with heavy use at the lower setting is about 11 minutes. As you can see, I got through that. I probably didn't need to go over it that many times, although it was nice to get into some of those areas. What I'll do is I will grab camera and I'll show you why I'm going over some of these areas. There's a lot of dead material subsurface, and that's now bringing all of that up and chopping that up, which is what I need for the lawn to spread and go through those dead areas where there was a lot of winter grass. So unfortunately the lawn's not looking great, but I'm hoping that giving it this extra cut, Verticut, is going to help it to flourish. Alright, let's have a look at some of the lawn. So you can see here, this is some of the material that it's bringing up just out of a small area. So look, yeah, so in that area probably didn't need to do it, but if we come over here, you can see some of this area that was looking really dead and not very good, but you can see that there's a lot of like yeah, basically dead root material in there, which is what I'm trying to cut out. So now it is getting down to that level. I'm not sure that 5mm is going to be enough, to be honest. You can still see, yeah, there's a lot of dead material in there, which I might have to remove by hand to get this lawn looking better. But the Verticutter is doing its job. Okay, so I've gone over the lawn one more time. As you can see, it was about 11 minutes of run time, which is enough to do this top lawn here. I still have a lawn section down the bottom that I really want to get to, and I'm not going to be able to do it on this battery. I'm going to have to wait until this all cools down. That is really hot to the touch. There's no way that battery's going back on the charger at the moment. That's going to have to cool down for a couple of hours, and then I'll be able to charge it. Charging takes probably about an hour for this particular battery, and then I'll be able to do that bottom section of lawn. So that's a bit frustrating because I don't have that much time today to be able to wait around for another 4 hours before I can run this thing again, so I probably should buy an extra battery. Okay, I've just pulled this straight out of the Verticutter. It is hot to the touch. I'll show you how that goes into the battery charge. Basically you get a blinking red light and the thing won't charge, and if you leave it like that, it just never charges. So you have to essentially take the whole device out. You have to let that battery cool down to a reasonable temperature. I don't know what that temperature is, and then you can put it on the charger and charge the battery. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the blades underneath after cutting a few times on the lawn up the top here. You can see how they're wearing, and you see how to pull that blade system out.
Before I remove the blades, I'm just going to turn the device off, remove the battery, just to ensure that we're working safely when working with the cutter attachment. Here you can see it's a simple latch mechanism to remove the cutter blade. Simply pull it up and remove the blade attachment. Here's another angle. Just take the latch out, lift the blades up, and remove the cutter attachment. You can see it's made from about 1mm steel. Seems to be reasonably well made. The wear marks there are from a few cuts that I've already done. Basically no wear. It's looking okay, but I wouldn't say that would hold up for heavy soils such as clay or rocky soils that would rip these blades to shreds. To reinsert the blades, you put the square end back into the appropriate hole. That fits in there fairly well, and then you just need to make sure that the plastic bearing cover stays on as you put that into place. Quite easy. Then simply close the latch, pull the latch down, and secure the blades once again. Quite easy, quite happy with that. I'm looking forward to seeing how that works with the rake attachment as well.
Okay, thank you everyone for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe, comment if you have any questions or queries on this particular device. I am going to try and do more tool reviews in future, so keep an eye out. Thanks for watching.